Yeah. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm sharing today's link. So, in case you want to join me here with the conversation, you can just join me via this link that I'm sharing here. Yeah. So, let's wait a bit for other people to also join us. I hope that's cool. Okay. Quick, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Um, It feels like yesterday and today has been hell. How did they been hell?
Yeah, it's been quite stressful.
Yeah. Okay. So you can just tap on the link and then join us here. Yeah. I don't know why I don't know if it's my network, my laptop or whatever. The Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. 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 Thank you very much. Yeah. So how has your week been and two questions. How has your okay, let's do the first one. How has your week been?
You mean for Monday?
Yeah, yeah, from
Ah,
Monday.
well, I think it's been a good week. The weekdays come with its own level of stress, but I think all in all, by God's grace, you've been able to sail through. So here we are once again.
Okay. Okay. Newton, I'm trying to add you, but I don't know why. It's showing you are trying to join the call, but there is no add button on your name. So probably if you can try again, I'll be very grateful. Yeah. Yeah. So how were you able to combine uh, the scale up with your daily routines, or did you have to remove anything from your calendar before this week? How have you been able to do all this?
So that's a good question because before or even till now, I still have a lot on my plate that I had to work on, both at work, for myself, for the business I was studying about, and my personal learning. But I feel like this was helpful because at the end of the day, it is meant to help you to study or to upskill in quotes. So if when you were on your own, you were trying to learn, okay, basically, I'm somebody who really likes to learn. And if you have the chance to join a group that is going to check you to be sure that you are indeed doing what you pledged to do for your own benefit, then at the end of the day, it should not take time away from you exactly because for somebody like me, I was somebody who already likes to study. Just that I was a little lackadaisical because of my shadows and sometimes stress. But with the challenge now, I really haven't had to remove anything. The only thing I must say I've had to do was to find time at 8 o'clock every time to
Okay.
meet. And I've had to remove or make time each day to be able to play. But normally I have things to do at work at that time, but I have to shift some of the work duties, do that earlier than 8, and then I can have that 8 o'clock to 8:30 available for myself. So for me, is if I was somebody who was not learning before, it would have to mean I have to find time for learning myself. But it was only a chance for me to make sure that I'm really learning. Okay, unlike other days when I could go 3 days without learning or 4 days because there's nothing at all. Just but I think this is just an add up to that. So that's my answer.
Okay. 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 Because it's that's one of the challenges I foresee people going to have, because already people are running 48 hours in 24 hours. So adding skill up to it will be like yeah, it's going to be a challenge. But another thing too I want people to focus on is that it's not about, yeah, I'm doing 50 hours a day. No, I think it's more about how effective have I been able to use the 30 minutes I dedicate to scale up. So if it is
Sure,
30 minutes you can do a day, how effective is it? What's the quality of that 30 minutes? What's the quality of that 1 hour? Even if it is 15 minutes, what's the quality of it than you trying to do 5 hours distracted time? Or that's one of the things I want people to also note, that yeah, it's not the number of hours, but the quality of the hours and the consistency. Yeah, Newton, it's been a
sure.
while.
Yeah, Ellen, I'm now here. You
Yeah,
know,
finally.
You're welcome.
thank you very much.
Yeah, how has your week been?
Mm, it's been okay, and also with the skill up, and it's very very fine for me because every day I try to dedicate some time on it. Um, Mostly sometimes, as you were saying about those distracted time and those things, I mostly do those Pomodoro stuff so that I focus on that thing. So I'm having an app on my laptop. It's called Tick Tick. So I just set 60 minutes for focus time. I put my phone on do not disturb, then I just zoom into the coding stuff. Sometimes even the works and the projects, they have the answers there, but I try to challenge myself and think outside the box to come up with an answer. And mostly to in the morning, you see that you are having fresh mind and those stuff. So I utilize that too as well to learn. So in the early in the morning, I do like some 1 hour. Then maybe somewhere around the noon, I do some 2 hours. And depending on the amount of time it takes to complete the task at hand.
Okay, okay. But when it comes to learning, does the idea of I'm a morning person, I'm a night person, I'm an afternoon does that really works?
It depends, but for me, I think in the morning I'm most active. I just got out from bed. I've done some workout, so I'm more refreshed. I can do like 2 hours continuous without any distraction, and you won't find distractions mostly in the morning. So maybe in the afternoon that you'll be getting a lot of distractions and stuff. So the morning works best for me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, quick. What do you think about I'm a morning person, I'm a night person conversation?
Morning person, night person. As for that one, um, I'm not sure what my views are because I have this funny organization I have at work. This colleague of mine, and my work. I start from 1 p.m. and I close at 9. So we come to work at 1 o'clock. Oh, no, I know 12 o'clock. And from 12 to like 3, 4, she's very distracted, like very chubby. She was talking, she's chatting. But let's see, be 8:30 there. When we are coming to close, hey, she's focused. He said, me, I wake up to that's when I get my energy, that's when I get my strength. And I'm like, you are in the wrong calling. You should be a witch. You should be flying or something. You should be working in the day. So I think that, and apparently she told me that when she gets home too, she really cannot sleep. She stays up watching Netflix till about 2 a.m. before she sleeps. Okay, so the issue about night and morning person, I think basically depends on how your work schedule really is. Or that, of course, you are not working. That's different. But if you're somebody who is working, trust me, you cannot be a morning person. Like when I say morning, I mean 5 to 9 or 5 to 10. You cannot be because you have to go to work at 8. And if you are working in a car, you have to leave home early so that you don't meet traffic. You understand? So definitely for workers, it can be unless it's a dawn, maybe early dawn 3. That's even night. You get it? So
Okay.
it depends on your current stance. Okay, what are you doing? What about somebody who works as a security guard for night shift? He has to be a morning person by force or afternoon person by force. Yeah, so it depends on what really works for you. Because I don't really think, for me personally, I don't think there's any set time where studies can happen. It can happen at any time, provided you're in the right mindset. Like even if you're not in the mood, just go and shower, eat, and you are coming and sit down. You're not feeling sleepy, you can learn. But if you are tired, you say you're a night person, but you are tired, you sleep. So I think it depends. So,
Yeah. 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 Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay. I get it. Okay. So, Kweko, do you mind taking us through what you have done today and what you'll be doing tomorrow?
okay, so what I've done today. Okay, basically I'll begin from yesterday. Okay, so I went to class yesterday, and I told you I've not been really going to class often. We have been C plus plus in class. Boy, when I go to class, I'm like, what's this one teaching like on the hey, what is this? Some vectors and saying he has built a system. I'm like, and let me just and because I haven't really been in the class, and I'm now learning from the beginning, like reading books and PDFs and all. There was one thing that helped me yesterday in particular because normally when we go to class, he puts the code on the screen and we try to code along. And by the time we finish doing the code, everybody has an error. Like the same thing's on the screen, but we had about 45 errors or 60 errors. So one thing I learned from one of the books I read online was that we should, as a programmer of C++, you should run your code as and when you are doing the code. So let's say you run one function or you code one function, then you compile it and see whether there's any error before you move to the next one. So I did that in class yesterday, and funny enough, when I do one and I check, okay, line error, okay, what the error, okay, spelling mistake, okay, then you correct it, okay, you didn't define a variable here, and by the time we're all done with the code, I didn't have any errors, and then everybody was like, hey, the boy has learned the thing. No, I haven't learned anything. I don't know anything. I've just found a way around the errors. So
Yeah.
we did about 2 programs in class yesterday. And then when I came today, I tried to go through the program to be able to understand what it really is about. Not necessarily about just writing the code and okay, it works, but you didn't do it yourself. You copy from the board. You understand? So what I was going through today was to try to understand the concept behind a struct, behind a vector, and also how the program in all is, I mean, the logic behind the program. So it was a clinic, or let me say, a patient diagnosis system where a patient comes to the system inputs the card number, assuming it's a hospital, a card number,
Yeah.
a name, and then there's a list of, or a string list of, maybe let me say a vector of possible symptoms that the person can choose from. So we have, if you, so let's say, I think it was a switch break case where,
Yeah.
case one, fever, case two, headache, case two, case three, whatever temperature. So when you choose one, it means you have fever. So you can choose up to three options. So fever, let's say fever, headache, nausea. Then the
Mhm.
system goes inside the code you have written and tells the user what ailment he or she has. So, oh, okay, you have malaria. Then the system itself prescribes a drug for you based on the info the programmer feeds to that particular function. So that's what I've been working on. And as I'm with you right now on the call, I have my laptop here and I'm still actually I asked AI to teach me actually just for those who don't know. I just copied the code and put it inside Gemini and said, "Can you
Yeah.
explain this to me?" So it is the AI that's taking me through every line of the code because I read on LinkedIn that every good program has able to explain every line of code. So I'm only trying to get an understanding of why everything is in there and the idea behind every function, every line, every struct, and every function call, so that I can, even if I can't even do it by myself, I understand the idea behind it. And then as
Yeah.
I progress in my own personal studies, I can also do it myself someday. So that's just a brief summary of what I'm doing. Tomorrow, God willing, I'll be continuing with this program. I plan to do my own program tomorrow and then see whether it will run without errors. And then also try to work on the sign-in logic of the e-commerce website. Yeah, so that's it.
Okay. But I was just going to ask you about sort of the e-commerce platform. Yeah, but you're I think you just took us through a yeah a, a progress. Yeah, and I admire that you are doing a lot aside the classroom work and applying it to what is happening in the classroom. Yeah. Then that's one of the challenges a lot of people, trust me, most people in the classroom will just want to um, copy what the lecturer has pasted on the board like an essay without even understanding. So if there is an
Yeah,
error, then they see it as an error. So it's like we are all writing, someone has written myself, and we are just recopying
copying.
the
Yeah,
myself of the person without understanding what the myself essay is actually about. But if you're able to distinguish yourself, and most of it when I'm teaching people, I prefer to tell them that before you run the code, run it in your head. Use your head as the compiler. And the more you do that, the more you are able to figure out errors very quickly. Okay, so this is what happens. If you write the code before you run it, even on the even on your computer, try to run it in your head to see, okay, would there be an error? And even if you
mm,
know, especially when you're learning, even if you know there will be an error, run it to confirm that there will be an error. Someone behind you will think, oh, this guy is just getting errors. But what you are learning is that you are learning how the thing will feel. So in years to come, in days to come, you will save yourself from always running the code to see if there will be an error because already there was a time that you predicted that okay, without this column, without this um, tab or this space, there was an error. So at a point where you need to move with speed, you now know what is wrong. People always focus on what is right, and that's very
yeah,
dangerous. Sometimes you have to focus
yeah,
on what is wrong. So if you can eliminate what is wrong from the system, you'll be left with what is right. There are times that you can't speak what
yeah,
is right, so eliminate what is wrong. And it's one of the things that help a lot of people, especially yeah. But maybe someone will say what I just said is not needed because we are now in an automated world and auto-generate systems where all you need to do is to write a prompt and AI will just give you everything, but they also fail it. Yeah, it's not a perfect system for everybody.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Newton, what have you been able to do so far?
Okay, so for me, so far, I've been able to cover dictionaries in Python. I've been able to cover the while loop, the for loops, and today I did something on functions and outputting functions with the return keyword, and also I worked on doc strings. Yes. So after that, I did a little project where um, I will predict the a leap year. So I'll give it the month and the year, and it will tell me if it is a leap year or not. And if it is a leap year, it will give me the number of days in that month. So maybe if February is a leap year, we know that it will be 29 or something, then it will give me that. So that's what I worked on. And then using the functions and the return variable, I also did a calculator where I define functions on the add value, the divide value, and those stuff. So when I call the add value, I give the parameters, let's say number one and number two. It just calculates it and give me the answer. So that's what I've been able to work on so far. Tomorrow I'll be doing a capstone project. Yes. I haven't read about it, but I know that it will be something on what was the name? Those Jack of trade and those stuff. I've forgotten the name of Spark. Yes.
Jack of trade.
Jack Jack
Jack
of
of all trades
spades
and
and
stuff.
spades. No, those spades
Jack.
and yet and cards. Yeah,
Okay,
card
okay,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Card
yeah.
game.
Those card games. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what I'll be working on.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, that's also very impressive. Yeah. So personally, this week I decided not to do anything involving writing of codes, but rather to read and then get to understand a lot when it comes to computer vision. Try to know where the industry is moving to and what people are doing. So I started that this week, and initially I was planning of doing C. The C generation kind of things are, I don't know why I initially hated this. I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know why I initially hated this C plus plus, C what, I just don't like it. But when I took up the challenge that I want to learn it, and after learning it, it felt like the C rather gave me a deeper understanding of the Python I used to write and some of the codes we used to write, and um, yeah, this data related things. Because if you, and then when I went back and then tried, okay, taking some of my codes a bit, I just realized I just optimized how my codes used to run. And I'm like, oh wow, yeah. And it gave me more understanding. And then yeah, most of them were from the reading and just try it. It gave me more understanding into libraries like NumPy. Yeah, it gives you more understanding to some of the Python libraries. So what I'm saying now is not about C++ alone, even though C++ was what I dedicated my weeks to sometime back. Yeah, so I'm just trying to give an overview of what I read, even though at the beginning it looked like it is not actually relating to my goal for the the period, but during the reading, I realized, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, I am not off track, but rather I have been focused on the tech stack and left a lot of things behind. So I went back, picked a few. I couldn't pick everything though, but you can't learn everything at the at at a point. So I picked few. Per my plan, next week I'm supposed to start um, a lot when it comes to the tech stack itself. This evening, I tried revisiting some of the computer vision things I did, and I don't know if I should say I am regretting it because as we talk now, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like everything on my laptop is on slow motion. So it's the videos and everything are not running at the speed they should run at, even though I'm using the cloud to do all those. So I'm crying for my machine for the next week. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it by the end of tomorrow, I should take a decision on how I'll be able to go about this. Yeah, and yeah, and then one of the things too that I was happy about last week was the KNUST paper I made mention of. Even though I said it is not extremely great innovation when it comes to the computer vision space, and I would not want to use any word in describing it. I am very happy that at least a group in Africa is working on something computer vision. Or we are not only focused on copying and pasting codes, but rather also joining the table of the benchmarks. Yeah, so I was very happy to see something like that. And if lecturers and students can post certain things like that, then it means that students will also be interested in doing more research and then more projects relating to um, some of this things. Yeah, so that's what I've been able to do, and just gave you a brief of what I would do. But considering my laptop, I am in a dilemma of what I will do next week, even though there is a plan. Yeah.
Sure, that's fine. I think that like you said, the focus isn't really about doing a lot in a day, but just to make sure that there's that there's a little bit of time given to an upskilling. So even if it is you even read or you skim through a paper for 5 minutes, and there's a value that or you learn something that you did not know before that paper. For me, that even counts even more than sitting behind the code, not getting what you're doing, or just copying code from a YouTube video or something. So I feel like it's a very good thing we're doing, and even if it's for 15 minutes, trust me, and it works. But just that you have to go per the pace you want to improve. For
Yeah.
example, if out of the 24 hours, you are doing 15 minutes. Well, we can query you for the 15 minutes, but if I'm doing 2 hours, we expect you and I to have the same level of upskilling.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very important thing to also need to follow.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also about what you said about lecturers coming into class with codes and the like, the challenge I have with that particular process and then most YouTube videos is that the thought process is missing. So the person did the entire planning of everything. The planning is very important, but they do the planning when they are not in the class or when they are not recording. They have their errors, they worked on the errors, and they came in, and then within 30 minutes, an entire system has been built. So when they come to the class, number one, you were not there when they were planning it. Number two, you never saw the errors, so you felt it was a perfect system. And when you start writing and you start seeing errors, it feels like, God, is this actually for me? Am I an outlier in this field, or this is this is meant for me? And I sometimes I feel lecturers have to be bold, come to the class, run the codes, get the error. If you're not able to work on it, let the students understand. Yes, in the industry, there are days that you have to report to work and tell your boss that yesterday I was working on this bag and unfortunately I wasn't able to fix it. And I don't foresee myself fixing it in the next 1 month. So give me 1 month to just sit on this bag. It's something that happens in the industry. Yeah. So people get to work, and then when they start facing challenges, it becomes so difficult for them to even tell their boss that I'm having a challenge, because the, the system of training has taught them that everything will be perfect.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't see anything wrong with it when you come to work and you report to your boss that I've been given this task, but I have not been able to achieve the goal. There's a difference in not achieving the goal and not doing it. So
Yeah.
to achieve the goal, I thought I will use process A, B, C, D. I have used process A, B, C, D. I couldn't get it. I went to the internet, read about it, this company. Yeah, and then how you even tell your boss. So I went to the company, sorry, I went to the internet, read about it. It looked, then you give your boss case studies and how they did it. You can even tell him that you even communicated with the one who was doing it initially and you've tried all those processes and it has failed. Then now your boss gets to know that, okay, you have done everything a man could do. And maybe he himself will try it and he will also fail. But if you don't do anything about it and you just want to go, oh, when I ran the code my lecturer gave to me, it didn't work, then that's all. So I feel sometimes, and that is one of the reasons this scale up training, it's not anything extremely planned. We just come here, talk about anything. The videos are live, everything is how you're seeing them. We just want to let people understand that yes, there will be perfect systems, but we prefer a consistently better system than a perfect system. We will not go rehearse a lot of things and come here and then pour them out to you. So just wherever you are, I know someone will be listening and feel like, oh, everybody in IT is a perfect person. Their YouTube videos is
Hey.
aware, they don't run any code and the likes. Yeah, those might be true, but people spend weeks, days working on just one bag. And sometimes an entire team can work on one bag for a month and will not find solution to it. So guys, I think I just give my wrap of the anything you want to tell
Sure.
people in what to say, let's do that and then
So in summary, what I want to say is that if there's anybody watching who feels intimidated by some of us, hey James,
Hey, Charlie, do you know I was not getting access to the link? I was just clicking and it was not coming. Like I've been literally standing. I'm going to message
okay,
you on
so
our WhatsApp platform. I don't know. Like I waited and I said, let me check the YouTube live.
so since you are here
Charlie,
now, and let's hear from you. What have you been up to?
I've been up to hustling life. I was actually I was actually learning before this session, our usual thing, the upscaling. So and then I came out to actually I'm in a dark room like Ellie, but my room is very dark, so my
ah,
face will not be. You see the way I'm looking.
You don't have light, eh?
No, don't you see light behind me? I'm not in Ghana.
Yeah,
Okay.
he has not paid his prepaid. He has not, yeah.
No, yeah, I just stepped out so that today's network will not be like Newton's village people's home.
You just
So
stepped
I'm
out, you're in a room. How? What's the
no out of
relationship?
my room. No, I just stepped out of my room actually.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, the room you went to the last time. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Masa,
yeah.
Masa,
Okay,
we are live. We are live. I can enter the room and you see my laptop where I'm learning.
okay. You said we are live, so I'll keep quiet. Yeah, let's go on.
Yeah. So I'm happy to be here. I missed yesterday's session. I'm so pissed. Like I really had a lot to share about AI.
Well, you are here
So
now,
how do
so
we have
we'll give you like 2 minutes
to do what?
to do whatever you want to do, boss. You are the boss.
I beg you. And I'm disappointed. Yesterday I didn't come live. None of you checked up on me. We are going on this
We all didn't come live.
journey
Even
together.
me, I didn't. We all didn't join.
Hey, you too.
Or
Okay,
No,
Ellie
okay.
didn't
So
join.
I
Ellie
couldn't.
was not there.
no, I was here.
Ellie
Okay,
will
so
be here. Ellie will
And
be
Ellie
here.
was here.
yeah, let me answer that. So, um, yesterday I was very tired. I was struggling to even open my eyes so wide. I was very tired. But
Okay.
the
Do you know
rule
you
is report here
yes,
before 8, and 8 we go live. So
certainly.
even if I am dying,
You
that's
have
the
to.
rule. So yesterday I had to yes, I think I did something that I just spoke about. Yesterday I had to report here and tell people that, guys, I have not read anything today. But do you know what? I am going to rest and I'll wake up and I'll do it. And that was what
And
I
you
did
did it.
yesterday.
Wow,
So
you're a
before
role model.
reporting, you said
You're a role model.
before 8
You know,
p.m. yesterday, GMT, I didn't read. I was very
yeah, do
tired,
you
but
know
I had
the
to.
same thing yesterday? Like it looks like they used a block to hold me down. Hey, stay there. Dude, it's funny, but it's serious. Hey, stay there. Like even literally, my data was on. I was also at a program like from the morning. The whole morning I attended the program, and then when I came, it was like, oh man. So data, nothing was on. It was later. I felt so bad, but thank God, early my boss has confessed. So I'm also confessing. Yesterday, uh, I don't learn anything, so I'm doing double today, and I'm continuing
May
after
the Lord
tomorrow.
forgive you.
So,
May the Lord forgive
amen,
you.
amen. So I'll do double tomorrow, double of the learning hours that I placed for myself because work has to be covered. You see, but it's great to be here. So, did we do our AI discussion today?
No,
No,
no. The AI discussion. Let's do. Maybe we can talk about AI tomorrow. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
We can talk about AIs tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. So I think mainly we have to take it easy on ourselves.
my friend, my friend, my friend.
Yes. Mhm. Because the way last week went, I really love the energy from last week. So that's why I felt bad not joining yesterday. And then today, like I was just online. Like if you're up to now, you saw I was still online. If you guys go back to the WhatsApp, you will see that I just left some messages there and there. I was still thinking, I was like, no, I have to go and check the YouTube live and see if I'll get the link there. That was how I got the link.
Great, great.
Yeah. Oh, I've come to take 9 minutes. Wow.
You'll be fine. You were given 2 minutes.
Oh, so I'm done. Or what do I share again?
I
Share the
think
link.
we understand that you didn't learn anything. So share the link to others too.
Okay, so as usual, I would share the link and tell them to subscribe, and then like. So all those watching, you just keep on keeping with us. It's not an easy journey. This journey has also made me to try and motivate people to just do it. Get your time, get your 30 days plan. Don't work more than you can do. Just put in, if it's 30 minutes, stick to your 30 minutes. As Ellie said, do your 30 minutes every day. It's just like workout. And then, sure, you'll be upskilled. And I also like one day we have a discussion on tech skills that people that have not been in tech before can start with. Where can they start from? Because this is something I'm having with young generation people, SHS graduates, even early university graduates that they don't know, oh, should I do this? Can I do this? And everybody, when they know you can code, they want to go to coding, but the technicality of coding, Newton. Please tell
I,
them the
I
truth. Oh.
I have an answer to that.
Okay, okay, yeah.
So those who are not yet in tech and they want to enter tech, the truth
Mm,
is companies are automating their systems. There are lots of people who are
okay.
not having jobs at the moment. So my solution is give up before you come. Don't come. Give up before you come. So that's my
You,
advice to them.
then when we get to that round table, we share more because I know my bosses here have a lot to share.
But hold on.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
me take what I just said. What I said was a joke. It's more easier for you to enter
Uh,
tech now than
okay, it
ever
was a joke.
because yes, then
As I'm much,
yeah.
I thought you
No,
were
but
being
why will
serious.
you give up when this is one of the fields that even those who read music and dance can enter?
Exactly.
Like
Dontology.
any program, I'm not singling music and dance out as a bad program or a good program, but I'm just giving like
We are live.
the
They
vast
spot
difference
you.
between tech and art. Like you can from art enter tech, good project managers, product managers, UI UX designers, because you are applying the
Affiliate marketing.
the arts you have learned and now being a good graphic designer. It's yeah,
Yeah. I don't. What's Kweku thinking about like that?
Oh no, I'm watching my laptop. So I'm using my phone is on my laptop screen and my laptop is here. And I told the guys earlier, I put some C++ code inside Gemini to give me an explanation. So I got distracted from what you were saying. I was looking at the code. Sorry.
You are giving us pressure. Crossover area.
Hey, yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay.
so
I've turned
the
it.
pressure you just gave to us, I think there's no other pressure like you linking what you just said with force over area. Like this
I
is
shot.
Massa,
hard.
massa, massa. Ah, you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
I think we are almost outstaying our stay.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Sure.
Newton, your last word. Your last words. Yeah.
oh, for me, I think those who are yet to join, I'm having a lot of people in my team that they really want to join. So I've told them to subscribe, and then they would be able to join us in our conversations. And yeah, I can see that a lot of people are thinking of moving into tech, and some of them, when they saw my flyer and stuff, they were like, "Oh, Newton, like really, teach me, what should I learn?" I was like, "Oh, this it's not nice." So a lot of people are trying to want to transition into tech, and even one of my friends, he was like, he wants something to learn. So I told him to think about it. He chose web dev. I gave him some resources. So he said that how will he be accountable? And I gave him this channel. So I think maybe from time to time
Yeah.
he'll be joining and he'll be accounting to us as well. So yeah, that's it. That's
Okay,
my
that's
whole.
great. You are truly Newton.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I
Yeah,
think I think sorry to cut you. I think I also try to put on my class page to see if somebody might be interested to join because some people because of work schedule they're not able to really be accountable. So let's see how that one too goes. That is
Yeah.
if I'm allowed by the orders of
Oh
the
yeah,
ranks here.
yeah, you are allowed. This is
Elder Eli. Okay, okay. Elder Eli has
thing.
allowed. So
Oh, this is an
people
open
don't know
thing.
he's an elder. Oh. He's an elder. Oh. Eli is an elder.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yes. You let's leave that conversation for now.
But it's good we know we don't have to take everything from Jason as a fact.
Ah.
So it's one of those things he will have to say.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, James.
My last words
Yes, please. For the day on
Yeah.
this call.
for the day. So the day is no matter the obstacle, we just have to keep on trying and just be consistent. Since we are giving accounts, so we have a task ahead. Accountability means you have to achieve something because the same way we are living our lives to give account to God or a supreme being one day means so far as we are here, we should also be ready to give account each evening. So accountability is very important. Let's just keep on fighting and striving. That's my last words for the night.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Kweko.
Yeah, so my last words also are that, like I was saying, for those who are watching us and who feel intimidated because they think maybe we are experts,
Hey,
I've come to the Roman father. I'm not an expert. I've come to confess. We are no, okay for me. I can't speak for James, my boss, and Ellie and the rest. But for me, I am not an expert. Maybe my LinkedIn profile is a little bit intimidating, but I'm not an expert. We are all learning. So let's all come together and let's help ourselves upskill. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
so Ellie,
So
your last words.
mine is that we are done with the first week. We will be continuing the next week
Yeah,
starting tomorrow. You can click on notification or any other thing, join the conversation, join the learning process. It's an adventure, which means that not every day will be exciting. There will be days
exactly.
where you feel so happy, there will be days where you feel sad. But the most important thing is the accumulative process. And one another thing is that sometimes you even learn more when the code is not working, or when
Yeah,
you feel
Yeah,
maybe you are
that's true.
learning something new. There are days that
yes,
the thing becomes so negative, but trust me, that is progress. What you actually learned that day is that maybe the function or the what you are writing should never be written with a capital letter, but you wrote it with a capital letter. That is what you have learned that day. Had it worked well, you will never know about it. So that is what I have to say. Not every day will be exciting, but that's
yes.
okay. It's cool. Tomorrow, join us for this same conversation. But remember to spend some few hours, some few minutes to scale up. Bye.
Hey, we are good, what?
Really,
Bye.
We are good.
I had gold. Now, by now, I would have started balancing my room, looking for myself. Okay. Bye.
Nice joining is joining in. It's better late than never.
Sure, sure. God willing
Okay.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Peace out.
Ciao.
Bye.